Welcome back, eSIM Studios. So, Tudia was kind enough to send over their new MergeGrip case for the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Now, I'm going to put the link in the video description down below. This is the Tudia MergeGrip case for the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. It's a dual layer case with raised edges for screen and camera protection, shockproof, slim, non-slip, heavy-duty cover. Now, they sent over the pine green and the matte black cases. If you are a viewer of this channel, you know I'm not that much of a fan of heavy-duty covers. However, for the last few days, I've been using both of these cases, and I must say, I'm a fan of these. These are technically heavy duty. However, you don't get the extra bulk and weight that you would get with a normal quote unquote heavy duty case. It doesn't add too much thickness, and when inserted into my pocket, it's not like it stands out. It's a big bulge. It's actually very manageable and actually pretty. I like these cases. Very stylish. As you can tell, it's got a nice design inside. This is a dual layer case, meaning you have a soft inside, which helps with shock absorption if you do drop the device. And it has a hard PC back, which is also good for drop protection because it resists flexing. And flexing is when your device will break when it hits the ground. So you get that's the major advantage with the dual layer cases. Is you get the soft inside and then you get the harder outside shell. So let's take a look at these. I'm going to move these out of the way just so it doesn't focus on anything except this one. And we'll check out the green one just because it shows a little better in the camera view. But you have a nice grippy back here, and as you can tell, it helps with holding the device when it's on there. You also have grips down here where your palm goes. More grips down here. And look at this. Nice cutouts here for your power, volume up and volume down. Nice labeled right there. The cutouts are nice because it's easy to push. And as you can tell, with the soft silicone inside, it gives our TPU, it gives it a nice soft, easy touch feel. Now, check this out. It has air pockets in all four corners, and that is good for shock absorption as well. You have the cutouts in here, the nice design, which looks good, but also technically gives it heat dissipation. So if you have this on your device, these little channels allow for heat to dissipate from out the backside of your device. And then it also has some cushions down here inside the case. So not only does it have air pockets in all four corners, it's got little inserts, little cutouts on the inside, which kind of act like a airbag in a vehicle if you get in a traffic accident. You get the nice precise cutouts here on the top for the microphone. And look at this, nice big cutouts. That should allow for any charger to be inserted into the USB Type-C. Get a nice cutout for the speaker and then cutout for the mic down below. And then here you get a nice smooth transition. Now, it is dual layer and it can be taken apart. However, I do like how it merges here. You can't really tell. A lot of dual layer cases, they have to be basically combined together. And on some cases, you can tell it's a dual layer, meaning if you feel it, if you can feel where they merge together. This one, it feels like it's just one piece. You couldn't really tell it's dual layer unless you actually take it apart. But this gives you a nice flush feel, and you can't really tell that it is a dual layer unless you actually physically take it apart. You do have the Tudia branding down there, and then look at this. This is my favorite protections on cases for the Pixel 9 Pro XL. As you do know, the Pixel 9 series got a nice big camera bar on the back, but you don't want to damage that, right? Well, check this out. Tudia has got you covered because they have a nice big cutout that will protect your camera bar. Now, let's go ahead and put it on and see what it looks like. Goes on nice and easy, just like that. Looks very nice. This would really go. They have a bunch of different colors. Let me show you. They have pine green, which is this one right here. They have the green lily, which is a lighter green, kind of like a mint green color. Very nice looking case. You have a indigo blue, which is a beautiful blue color. You got the matte black, which is the one that I have right here. You also have the, what is this, smoky pink, which would go perfect with the pink Pixel 9 this year. And then you got hazel gray, which is a very nice hazel color that would go perfect with the hazel Pixel, right? So they got a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different colors that actually match the Pixel lineup perfectly. But you do get camera protection, as you can tell. It's not, it does come up and over this camera bar, so if you lay it down on a flat surface and move it around, you're not going to scratch that lens back there. As you can tell, it just comes up slightly over it. Nothing too much, nothing, where it's protruding out so much to where it just feels too bulky, right? This is a perfect size for a dual layer heavy duty case. Nice protection right there, all the way around, 360 degrees. Now, check this out. I do not have a screen protector on here, so it gives you a good look at the 360 degree protection of the display, right? So it comes up and over that display, just enough to protect it, not too much, again, to make it feel extra bulky. This is a really good size. If you're looking for a thicker case, if you work outside, maybe you work in construction, maybe you work at Six Flags, or you're just working over concrete, you're out and about a lot, this is a perfect case to keep you protected over all surfaces. You can lay it down on his face, move it around without the display getting scratched as well. Even if you do have a screen protector on your Pixel, this will still come up and over that screen protector on there. Now, check this out. You have a little cutout up here. I'm not sure if you can tell, for the speaker up top. Absolute perfect and precise cutouts. Just really nice. Now, let me show you this. Check this out. So, as you can tell, really nice cutouts. I'm going to get one of my thick chargers and we'll test it out, because there's some cases where it'll allow for the stock charger to be inserted, right? But you cannot insert a extra thick cable. But let me show you real quick. I got one right here. So check this out. See how thick this is? This is not a stock Pixel charger. This is a heavy-duty, high-amperage cable. But I want to show you an example. This cutout is big enough. There's nothing worse than getting a case and I can't fit this cable in there, right? So that's why I kind of include this in the review. See, charges it right up. So a nice big cutout should allow for any cable to connect. Now let me throw this black one on real quick and we will see what it looks like. Very nice color green. I really, really like this color. Let's throw the black one on there. So you have a black case with a black Pixel. Should look classic. And again, this is the same case, just a different color. Nice black color here. Go ahead and throw it on. Goes on nice and easy, comes off nice and easy. It's a perfect fit, very snug. Man, oh man, that looks nice. Classic black. This is the one I've been using the most. I used this one all day yesterday, but I used this case, the black one, for the last 2 to 3 days before the green one. But really, really nice. Let me show you these buttons. Nice cutouts there, easy to push. Very easy to push. Let's get the volume up, volume down. Very nice and easy. So, I'm going to put a link in the description for these Tudia cases. They did send it over for free in return for a review, and I do appreciate that, Tudia. Thank you very much. Links will be in the description. You're going to want to pick this up for your heavy-duty cases, heavy-duty protection, because it is slim, it is slender, but it technically is heavy-duty, so that's why I didn't mind choosing this and using this. So protect your Pixel with Tudia. Peace out.